If you give your dog that one popular daily chew thinking you are actively protecting their smile, stop everything you are doing right now because you are unknowingly destroying their teeth from the inside out, and a multi-thousand-dollar veterinary emergency is silently ticking away in their mouth. Have you ever wondered why your friendly, energetic companion suddenly started dropping their favorite food, chewing on only one side of their mouth, or backing away when you reached out to scratch under their chin? You probably blamed it on normal aging or stubborn behavior. But what if I told you that the very product you bought with your hard-earned money at the local pet store, believing it was a safe, vet-approved lifesaver, contains a hidden trap that shatters canine enamel like glass? A few months ago, I stood in a harshly lit examination room staring down at a dental chart that completely shattered my confidence as a pet parent, listening in absolute horror as the veterinarian calmly explained that 4 of my dog's back teeth were fractured clear to the root and had to be surgically extracted immediately. How did a dedicated, deeply loving owner who buys all the right products, reads every label, and brushes their dog's teeth end up facing an agonizing vet bill and a suffering pet? That single, devastating moment triggered a wave of overwhelming guilt that still haunts me whenever I look at my sweet companion resting peacefully on the couch, knowing he was quietly enduring excruciating dental pain while I remained completely blind to the warning sign. Why did his breath suddenly turn from normal dog odor into something intensely foul? Why did he hesitate for a split second before biting into his favorite hard kibble, only to swallow it whole out of sheer desperation? Sitting there in that quiet room, realizing that my absolute ignorance and misplaced trust had caused him weeks of silent agony, broke my heart in a way I never expected, and it made me vow to uncover the hidden, industry secrets that every pet brand and manufacturer works desperately to keep quiet. What if I told you that the golden rule of dental safety you've heard for years is completely wrong, and that the physical objects you hand your dog every single afternoon are acting like tiny, destructive sledgehammers inside their jaw? Imagine waking up tomorrow, lifting your dog's lip, and discovering an angry, bleeding red line where healthy pink gums used to be, all because of a deceptive marketing label that promised total protection while secretly accelerating plaque and bacterial decay. But you don't have to learn this brutal lesson the hard way like I did, because in the next few minutes, I am going to expose the dangerous hidden trap behind popular pet chews, reveal the exact 30-second red flag test you can perform tonight, and hand you a simple, cost-free daily routine that completely transformed my dog's dental health without requiring a single expensive surgical procedure ever again. To understand how this catastrophic mistake happens, we have to look past the glossy packaging and examine what actually occurs when a dog aggressively attacks an indestructible nylon bone or a natural antler for hours on end. For years, major pet product companies have marketed these rock-hard items as the ultimate solution for plaque removal, convincing us that the harder the material, the cleaner the teeth. But here is the terrifying truth that veterinary dental specialists rarely share publicly. If a chew item cannot be easily indented with your own thumbnail, it is fundamentally too hard for a dog's dental structure. When a dog exerts hundreds of pounds of pressure per square inch onto a solid, unyielding surface, the enamel doesn't gently scrape clean. Instead, it suffers microscopic stress fractures, deep hairline cracks, and catastrophic slab fractures of the carnassial teeth that expose live nerves to bacteria and excruciating pressure. Why do millions of loving pet owners continue buying these dangerous items without realizing the ticking time bomb sitting in their toy basket? Because the damage happens silently over months, disguising itself as ordinary behavior until the nerve dies, or an aggressive infection forms deep within the jawbone, requiring emergency veterinary intervention that costs more than a family vacation. But the physical hardness of the toy is only half of the hidden disaster waiting in your living room. Because if you flip over the packaging of those popular digestible dental treats and read the fine print, You will find a list of chemical binders, artificial starches, and hidden sugars disguised under harmless-sounding flavor enhancers. Did you know that harmful oral bacteria feed aggressively on these hidden sugars within minutes of consumption, creating an acidic breeding ground that accelerates tartar buildup exponentially faster than if your dog ate nothing at all? How can you possibly know if your dog is currently suffering from early-stage periodontal disease before it reaches the catastrophic point of surgical extraction? The solution begins with an immediate, non-negotiable supply sweep of your home, starting with what I call the ultimate fingernail test that takes less than 5 seconds to perform on every single toy currently scattered across your floor. If you press your thumbnail into the material and it leaves zero indentation, throw it immediately into the trash can, replacing those dangerous rock-hard items with VOHC-accepted rubber interactive toys or flexible, digestible alternatives that yield under pressure while still satisfying your dog's natural chewing instincts. Next, you must completely overhaul how you approach oral hygiene by throwing away any human toothpaste sitting in your bathroom cabinet, which contains toxic foaming agents and artificial sweeteners like xylitol that can be fatal to dogs within minutes. Instead, transition immediately to a specialized poultry or peanut butter-flavored enzymatic toothpaste designed specifically to break down harmful plaque proteins naturally, allowing your dog's saliva to do the heavy lifting even when you aren't actively brushing. But what if your dog violently pulls away, growls, or snaps the moment you try to touch their muzzle or lift their lips to inspect their teeth? That intense resistance isn't just behavioral stubbornness. It is almost always a direct defense mechanism triggered by underlying pain, inflammation, or hypersensitivity in their gums. To fix this resistance without causing psychological trauma or getting bitten, you must implement the 7-day positive association protocol, where you simply let your dog lick a pea-sized amount of enzymatic toothpaste off your clean finger once a day without attempting to brush or force their mouth open. Within a week, their brain will associate that delicious flavor with safety and reward, completely transforming teeth brushing time from a stressful wrestling match into an eagerly anticipated daily treat. Finally, make it an absolute weekly habit to perform the 30-second gum check by gently lifting your dog's upper lip in a well-lit room to scan for 2 critical danger zones. Are their gums a uniform, healthy pale pink? Or do you see a glaring, bright red, inflamed line right where the tooth meets the gum line? If you spot that angry red border, or notice a brownish-yellow crust hardening near the molars, you are looking at early-stage gingivitis that can be completely reversed right now at home, before it destroys the bone structure of their jaw. Think about how much your dog trusts you to keep them safe, healthy, and happy every single day of their life, relying entirely on your choices for their health, comfort, and protection. Don't wait for a routine annual examination to discover that your loyal companion has been suffering in silence behind closed lips, hiding their pain because they love you too much to complain. Take action right this second by checking your dog's toy basket using the fingernail test, dropping a comment below to tell me what brand of chews your dog currently loves so I can personally reply and let you know if it's safe, and clicking the link in the description to download my completely free dog dental safety checklist. Hit that subscribe button right now, share this vital warning with every single dog parent you know, and I will see you in the next video. Take care of those precious pups.